Welcome to this video tutorial on UI containers in Godot. My name is Matthew. Let's go ahead and get started. Containers are the bare backbones of UI, and it's ultimately what most of our UI elements are going to sit in. So to begin, let's just head into our file system in the SRC, then actors folder, and let's open up our game scene. And as you can see, when I run it, all we have is a very simple game where I can move around and collect a coin. So let's make some containers to hold our UI for this game. So we're going to want to create a new scene and go ahead and add another node. And the node that we're going to be adding is this canvas layer, which you can see here. It's got like a little paintbrush. Once you add it, I'm going to go ahead and rename mine to be HUD or HUD. And once we have the HUD element in there, we're going to go ahead and add another child node. And this child node is going to be called a margin container. And the margin container, as shown here, is what's going to hold basically all of our HUD elements and organize them. So I'm going to go ahead and rename it to life container, but I want my UI to be in the top right, which as you can see here, we can see that it's currently in the top left. So to change that, all we need to do is come up here to this green layout button and hit top right. And notice you see our little orange box move over to the top right of our game window. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this margin tab and you'll see it expand over. And if I change bottom, get taller. So once I have that, I'm going to add another child node to my life container. And this time it needs to be an HBox container. The HBox container of our UI is what actually gives it a nice horizontal layout. So it means that our UI elements will be placed side by side and we don't have to do anything, which is great. However, one thing that I am going to choose to do is come over here to this alignment. And I'm going to change begin to end. And what that does is it pushes it from this left side to this right side of my HBox. So now that I have that, I can go ahead and add just two more child nodes, and both of them are the same kind, and they are labels. So I'll go ahead and add one, and then right-click it, and hit duplicate. And I'm going to rename this first label to just lives, and I'll rename the second to number, where number is what actually holds the either 3, 2, or 1, and the lives just will hold the word lives. So once I have that, I'll go ahead and save. Just save it as the HUD scene. And that should be all we need for our containers. So in summary, what we did is we just created the containers of our HUD. And the containers are our backbone that provide a lot of structure to our HUD with relatively minimal effort on our part to organize how everything is going to be laid out. That should be all we need to do for this tutorial. So in the next one, because this one's kind of a three-parter on the same thing, we will go in and learn how to add text to our labels, as well as change the font of that text to make it dynamic so that we can make it larger. And with that being said, best of luck with developing your games.